It is now 11:08 EST. Sorry, we're a little late. Big day in the markets, Mike. Benign inflation numbers, really catalyst for a few things. I've been talking about looking for a breakdown in the dollar. Said trend line's destiny is to be broken. Talked about this one being broken, and now this longer term trend line in the dollar has been taken out. We could get a reaction, but I think this is significant and important breakdown.
Fair.
Tying that in with the breakdown in the 10-year under 420. This portends much lower yields, um, at least 370 and possibly lower. Classic descending triangle right out of Edwards and McGee. And gold, acting great. Looks like it wants new highs here. So, a weak dollar isn't going to hurt it. Gold or silver. Silver looks like it wants it too. So, key thing with lower yields, lower dollar, supportive of metals, all the miners are making new highs too. So I never got my break to buy. Continually learning the same lesson.
True.
That sometimes markets don't accommodate you. I mean, here's a GDX. The biggest pullback was 38%. That was nothing. Okay, I was looking for halfway back. Anyway, here we are. It's a breakout. You could chase it and have stops under the breakout, but basically this portends a pretty big move. You have here I'll show it on the monthly. That do you really want to see a telescopic view? Here's the GDX. All right, so this was the COVID low, and then the rally high after COVID. Been moving sideways for 2.5, 3 years, breaking out of this triangle this month. So that's a pretty powerful signal. Couldn't do it a few months ago, but really never had the pullback I thought we'd get. How do you measure a move on this? You take the width of the symmetrical triangle, call it 16 to 44, that's 28. Tack on a breakout from 36, it gives you 64. 28 will give you 64. That's almost 100%. So, and something I noticed, Mike, that's different than it's been the past 2 years. When China came out, I know why the gold sold off Monday.
Why
Just
was
like
that? We had a
China
couple of
came,
people in the room that wanted to question that.
China came out and said they didn't buy gold again,
Right.
second month in a row.
That was
And you
it.
know who was probably buying gold after that announcement?
China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mike knows how they trade.
Of course. It's like Goldman saying they're upgrading
Yeah, so
Nvidia
they could
at the
distribute.
1,000. That means they want to sell it.
Yeah, so that's how they distribute. So anyway, gold looking okay. The miners gave up very little ground on that day. That was my point that gold was down 34, and this was the day in GDX when gold was down 34. It gave up nothing. Nothing. It closed higher on the day with gold down 34. The exact inverse of what it's been doing the last 2 or 3 years. So the other significant thing is hello, Russell.
Yeah. I mean, we're having a lot of
Finally.
stocks that look at the XBI.
Yeah, Russell.
Yeah, coach. They rotate violently, and
Yeah,
that's because everybody was off sides. The hedge funds were short individual positions, which is why you're seeing some binary moves. And if they're right, they're right. If you're wrong, you're very wrong.
key reversal in NASDAQ. I don't think it's going to go real. I don't think this
I don't
is
think no. I
the
agree.
top, but
I
it is. It is a nice reversal day. Not as S&Ps. They haven't taken out yesterday's lows, but NASDAQ has. So I mean, maybe the pairs trade. I was joking about it last week. Was it probably took a lot of heat on it. It was short NASDAQ and long Russell.
Yeah.
So now the trash is starting to go. So that should happen during this melt up phase, right?
It
They
should
should
in the
go
month of
to,
right.
okay. So anyway, that's it. That's, some of the things I see today, I think, significant in the dollar and interest rates and the Russell and the metals. So,
Coach, the question is this going to fuel the rest of the second half with this rotation? Was this the watershed, if you will, moment? I know we have the president, Biden, you want to talk political. Biden's not looking, that good. Is this the second half play? I mean, if I had, I know the statistic is the first usually 10 or 12 trading days of July are usually bullish, but now until like October, it's usually like a choppy, if not bearish. I'm going seasonality. Seasonality worked in the XBI, which we posted, and it worked in silver, which pages and pages of SLG. You know what? The seasonality trends are actually coming to fruition.
yeah, they are. And in a parabolic advance, and this is something you say, the biggest moves come at the end. Well, I
Well,
mean,
as I
we've had some.
posted, I'm finished
Go
because I
ahead.
have a couple of things to say about that indicators that also with your saying, if you will, was that there were a couple of reasons for take profits for the Nasdaq reversal, and they were screaming. Now, I haven't been saying this the past 3 or 4 days, but we were going into a number that was, set up for a buy the rumor, sell the news. And like you said, I don't think this is it, but certainly it's set up that way.
Okay. So what are you doing today?
Uh,
You're
I
lightening up. You had your trader intuition on Tuesday was telling you to lighten up a little bit. You do more of that today after the number?
well, let me show something in TradeGATEHub, if I may. Can you,
Yeah, sure.
Dean?
Here you go.
I'm listening to everybody here, including Mickey D. All right, share screen. Uh, Hold on a second. Here's my share. Let's go into TradeGATEHub. Make sure new share. Right here, and this was posted. QQQ closing the day 8.5 extended from the 50-day. They were hitting max extension historically for the indexes. Going into the Qs, Nevada was the same. And hold on, I also posted this again. The Qs were 8% above the 50 right here. So there was
Yeah.
rotation was evident, as well as the option flow. They were going to the XBI pages of silver calls. We were just we were on it. I don't know how to say it.
Good.
Here's the chart
Um,
now. Let me go to
so
this.
Nvidia did not make a new high. Semis did, Nvidia didn't. Nvidia putting in kind of an ugly day.
Here are my Qs. I covered them at 82.70. Now they're a lot lower. You know what I mean? If I was long them, I'd be in them. How about the SOXS? I was buying this deep in the hole this morning. Deep in the hole. I actually came in 1783. I was buying, selling the majority of it like 19. Here's the XBI, high of the day. Okay. Even the airlines, which had
Why the gap? What happened?
interest rates. Delta
Okay.
had
All right.
earnings. Look at Delta. Had bad earnings. Opened down huge, as you can see. Hit the 200-day. Now it's on the high of the day, edifying some reversal. Okay. So we see that NVIDIA is down.
Yeah, because the transports have been pretty weak the last few months.
ANF, another one down. They're taking the same. Well, actually, that reversed. So that no
Yeah,
3M. One of my
Nvidia looks pretty
There's
ugly.
my 3M buying it yesterday aggressively.
Yeah.
98 to 103. I'm still in that. That's my. And by the way, this is the weekly. My play for the second half. What else are we buying? Nike having its first. Actually, that had its first day up. I'm down in that now. Nike's actually up. Believe it or not, I have my sell to 76 if I get lucky. China stocks taking huge flow all day long. All day long. Baidu, Baba, shrugging even off the Nasdaq. Baba right there going to the 50-day moving average. What else do we have? That's I can go to my main board. Tesla. Tesla can go up every day and the Nasdaq can go down. That might be pulling in a reversal, but that still is up on the day. How
Yeah.
about this one? We were all in the room. What was my stock? I'll get it right here. What was my stock that I was in? Not CRISPR. What the hell was this thing? CTNT? No. What was it, guys? Here's the market right here. As I put up my main screen.
Still looking at Tesla. Oh, there you go.
All right, so we have Coin, CLH, GM was down, has been down every day. There's Delta. Here are the semis. A lot of stocks are still going parabolic. Sound, AEHL. This stock, look at AEHL. for example. Where am I? I'm getting I'm going off on tangents. AHL. Okay, the stock was 269, 360. So as the rest of the stocks rotate, here's Chevron now. Chevron looking, hold on. Chevron looking good again. Rotation.
Yeah.
All right. Schlumberger was a dog. I don't know. Here's Exxon. Here's our FANG best of breed. We added to the dip yesterday. Look at FANG now. This is one of
I'm
our
not
big
seeing that
holdings.
chart.
What's that?
I don't see the chart.
FANG
Okay.
and
Yeah, it looks
CLH.
good. Looks
Carnival
okay.
Cruise Lines. Here's Rivian. Look at Rivian. At the high of the day, still acting well. So they're taking down some,
They're taking down the over-owned stocks.
Yeah. HUT still going. I mean, here's Avago. There's all the semis. Here's the basic tech Meta. Well, that's a bad fall. Apple down 6.
Yeah, those guys were buying puts. There was big put buying Tuesday when we talked.
There was. I said Apple puts.
Yeah.
Ribbon breaking high. GLD breaking high. This what's that?
Not quite yet.
XPEV breaking high, up 77 cents. Where's my Blink? I had 8,000 Blink. I sold a bunch of that. But here's my stocks breaking high right here. Amazon breaking high, as other GLD, as others breaking, Amazon breaking lower, as others breaking high. ANF now up. CMG as they killed it every day. Label is XPI, Marna. What was that stock that I was long? I forget about it. Square. Okay, now here's Square. Now, why is Square up $2.61 as the rest of the semis are down? This looks good now. The Square should be down $4. This is where it closed yesterday. Looked like it would break down. This is where Square closed. Square should be down $3. What's Square?
Okay.
Square closed at the low. All the techs are down today. Majority, that stock should be down $4. They reversed it. Now people are stuck long, short. Now it's above the 50-day, up $2.50 on the day.
Yeah. Nice.
There's NXT. How about ENPH? SEDG, nobody want anyway. There's a lot going on. CRISPR, Nutella, Schwab. There was JP Morgan. They had it down big. Morgan Stanley's up $1.50, ripping. Here's Morgan Stanley. But yet again, Citibank is negative, down $1. So, it is what it is. Nail. This is the one. Home builders. Out of nowhere.
Wow.
NAIL. Hold on. I'm sure. NAIL. There's the homies.
Nice
Lennar.
Candle. Yeah.
Lennar could have
lower yields.
The CPI went the other way. Lennar could have very easily been trading 132.
Yeah.
Now it's what? Now it had a rally. Now, listen, who would have bought this? Listen, I wouldn't have bought this. This would have been pure speculation. Lennar under the 200-day acting very bad for a couple of days as the S&P was making highs. Then it goes from 142 to 156. You could have been right or wrong. So now what are you going to do if you shorted? You got to wait for it to come in, or I don't know. Wayfair. Stocks like this.
We have another inflation number tomorrow.
Here's another, Coach, here's another one. This was parabolic yesterday. GAT, the Gator. Gato Silver.
Wow.
Silver. Gato. Look at that move. I haven't seen that.
Endeavor did the same thing.
Coach, you haven't seen a move like this we're talking 2 years. Yesterday was that move in silver. Futures are going well.
Well, yeah. Endeavor did the same thing. I don't know if it was earnings or there's, maybe there's be some takeovers here.
I don't know. Okay, here's the chart. Lilly down 14. Here's the stock. I said Dynergy 9 times. I said in the room, DYN has more. 9 times yesterday. And DNA and RNA. DYN and RNA. See these two?
Yeah.
Look at this. Let me go back to TradeGATEHub. And by the way, this is the proper rotation where even if it didn't work, it had some support. So you knew, like you say, you knew your area. Here was yesterday. Blink. I was in Blink. QS I brought yesterday. Hold on a second. Let me go today. The bottom line is.
Well, weaker dollar is constructive, for commodities, but also the market. I mean, it's supposed to be lower yields and a lower dollar should be a tailwind. I mean, today that's not what's happening in NASDAQ, but like you're showing, the Russell,
it was yesterday.
They
Right.
buy the trash at the end. And you know, even the KRE is having a huge day compared to money center. The
Here you go.
regional banks are
No,
outperforming the money centers now.
I understand.
That's
I said,
different.
I said short semis. DYN has a lot more, 21 hours ago. That was $3 ago. Another one. This is the one. EXAS. That was the one I had. Exact Sciences. Sold it at 6. This one I had huge. I sold it today. Nice. Actually, I sold this at the high. Here's the Exact Sciences. I had it from 44, as everybody in the room knew. And I'm blowing it out at 46.50. Now it's 45.60. I've had this since 43. Right here when it started to curl up. Nice trade.
Yeah.
Next. So listen, it's not here to, this isn't not to impress you. It's to press upon you that the rotation is evident, the IWM and the TNI. Nobody, I know the VIX was abated. Fear and greed was still in the middle. You know, there were some charts that were redlining, i.e. the semis, which are 8% over the 50-day. It doesn't mean that it would have happened. It's still, like we say, could have kept going up. But when I saw the rotation sit and the TNA act well, then it was time to go into the, it rotated into the other stock. So here it is, most active on the day. NVIDIA normally trades 155 million. It's traded 50% of it. No, normally trades 300 million. It's already traded 50% of its volume. LCFY, we pointed out. AMD. Riven, we pointed out already, 50% of its volume. IWM, basically near the highs, trading already 100% of its volume. IWM. It's not even an option day.
All right, I have one thing to say, and it's about the dollar.
Good,
So us that live in the U.S., all of our assets are priced in dollars. Our stock portfolios, our real estate, our collectibles, everything. Okay, so if the dollar, if I'm right, is going to take a 10 to 20% hit in the next couple of years, you need to have some kind of hedge against the dollar falling. That means have assets outside of the dollar. And, you know, that's metals, that's commodity stocks, that's foreign currency, that might be emerging markets, that there could be, with the dollar heading down, it could be our exporters. You know, it's going to be our goods are going to look cheaper in other people's currencies, or even China will come back to the market and buy our grain. Our grain's been under pressure because they've been buying from Brazil. But you give them a bear market and a deal to buy U.S. grain, they'll be back. So a lower dollar has lots of implications with lower yields. And everything you own is priced in dollars. Don't forget that.
We have a couple of questions, Coach, if you don't mind. New viewer, by the way, and we appreciate it. Ask very good questions. No, I'm not gonna forget it. Kavi H. Hello, Mike and Coach. Could the Dow potentially still offer a short on the third drive?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go in a couple. See, this is follow my guys. Listen to me. Follow my Twitter feed, okay? I follow 72 people. It's not like I follow the Mets or horse racing or MILF, or Maxim.com. These are all curated. This kid's sharp. Follow this kid. He posted it yesterday. Hold on.
Oh, Ryan Diedrich?
No. Q area recovering from a morning flush. Right here.
Connor.
Hold on. Totally normal action. SQQ and SPX were hitting max extension. Seeing rotation to small caps and rate sensitive names. I've been hard. Okay. It's a Goldilocks it is a Goldilocks expansion for it is. Riven.
Yeah.
All right, there it goes. People are adding to Riven here. This guy's a sharp dude, Pharma D. Guy, 100,000 followers, a friend of mine, and he's adding to Riven here. I get it. So FNGU bearish engulfing candle to the downside. That's the opposite of the mags. So pay attention to it. If you want to buy it, Coach and I do agree. Here you are. So buy things small. You know what I mean? Just start small when you're doing this.
Okay. Cool. We'll see what tomorrow brings.
Yeah, Coach. Listen, I didn't know. QQQ. The plot here's the QQQ. The Fibonacci expansion is the 1.61, which, by the way, you're a Fib guy. I'm not really. That's a major one, no?
Yeah.
There's the Q's up the extension.
That's a golden ratio.
What's that?
Golden ratio.
Well, I was aware of that. It doesn't. They might have made the move higher, but I was prepared to fade it. Now, but I could have been in trouble because maybe the IWM would have been a complete flush, and the IWM would have flushed along with the Nasdaq. Then that would have been a problem because I'd probably be getting out of my winners first, and then my losers would have gotten worse. I'm not going to lie. It's a trader mentality to a degree. I'm human, but
I know Trend Spider. He's good.
What's that?
I know Trend Spider.
Yeah, I know. You taught the guy, didn't you?
No.
I thought you taught them. So there it is. There's the Fibonacci extension.
Yeah.
And by the way, Trend Spider is one of the 72 people I follow. Follow it. I even follow, Kramer. You are two of them. Larry, we've had on a guest before. You're a guest. High level coach getting Larry on before. I don't make moves I don't make big moves until I confer with Larry. I'm not gonna lie. Guy's a great macro trader. He's also a guest of ours that you got on. Bravo.
Yeah. I like Larry.
Christian Farm, we've had him on. You get the picture. There's Dale, there's Walter Bloomberg, Kramer, Mike Santoli. So get on the Twitter feed. It's curated for options, price action, flow, high opinions, yourself. Get on it. A lot of things I do in TradeGATEHub are done with this. Do I have any questions? So there's a question on Kavi. Thank you for tuning in here. Coach, do you want to leave it off? I'm going off on tangents. I'm not going to lie.
No, we'll see what tomorrow brings, see if we get some follow through.
Yeah.
But, I do believe that a major trend, we're embarking into a major bear market in the dollar.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's good. That's Coach's call. Now, Coach, what's the best way what's the best way for me to play that? Equity-wise.
Well, you could do it through TradeView just by buying the pairs.
Okay.
Via retail. Other ways I think there are ETFs like FXA is the Aussie, and you could do it that way. You could be long metals because a weaker dollar is supportive of the metals. You could be long commodities in general, and you can buy physical metal, and so that you don't get caught in this 20% decline in the dollar without something holding value. So that's how you do it.
All right. Do we have any other questions, guys? I appreciate it. You know what I mean? There was my exact science Trisha posted from. So I didn't get out of it. I got out of it with a nice profit. I'm not really to pat myself on the back, but that's it. WPM winner. Said that with yesterday. Why argue? But with gold flooring, these earnings could surprise the market. Who cares?
Yeah.
Go with the price action. It's made. Listen, guys. I'm doing this for almost 30 years. If you stick to what the pros do, the price action, the volume, you don't have to worry about thinking. It becomes empirical and it makes your life easier as long as your fundamentals are there. You know what I mean? I don't know, Coach. The greatest analyst in the country, and the guy was right 5 years in a row, Kalanovic. 1 year wrong, he's lost his job. You know what I mean? So I don't know. He doesn't know. Coach, we have high level opinions predicated upon option, trend, and flow, and high level experience on macro news, but nobody really knows. That's why stocks are making this way. Lennar, like I said, Lennar could have went down 10. Lennar could have very easily went the other way. No one knew. That's the reason why it went the other way. The algos were wrong, and that's it. Boom.
What was that chart you just showed before Lennar? What was that? Just go back one.
I'll go back. Soxel?
Oh, probably. Yeah, so that looks like drive 2.
Where's the market's getting crushed?
Yeah, that's a key reversal. Second drive, look at where the RSI is compared to the prior. I think there's some follow-through coming in that. All right, partner. Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
you too, Alexis.
XBI, the market, look at this. The SPYs are down 4. Nasdaq's down, look at the Qs. They're down 8. XBI is 10 cents off the high. Doesn't mean it's going to go higher. But if the market pulls back or the market bounces and you see
it is bouncing,
go up,
isn't it?
What's that? XBI might pull back. I don't know. I'm in some of these. I can't believe it. Intel down $1. NNE, Smart, ENVX. Wolf, I'm in that. Chewy's up. Carvana, Reddit's up. Uber's up. GM is up at GM near the high. 10 cents off the high, General Motors. Here's 3M breaking high. Giddy up.
CCJ isn't going along with this uranium delay, is it?
No, that's because I'm shorted.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
All right.
I thought there
Listen,
was some
coach.
chatter
Some
about
chatter of what?
uranium doing well, that it shouldn't be surprising people.
No.
Well,
Here's
I thought
3M.
CCJ is best of breed. I see your
Here's,
Zoom chart in the middle of it. Let's wrap it up.
okay. I'll punch up 3M breaking high. You wrap it up that way, adding to 3M. Here's the weekly. Oh my God, look at this.
That looks good, bro. Yeah, you've been on that for a while. 140?
I hope so. Listen, I got January 25 calls and January 26 calls.
Okay, nice. So you're buying a lot of time, man.
Well, but you want to, okay, let me finish. It's a, you know what, it's a CEO transition. It usually takes some time. It's not, if I was more bullish, I'd go shorter, but it's a
Yeah.
CEO transition. Usually it takes a little bit more time.
All right, that comes from experience of knowing, paying attention to who the jockey is. Jockeys are important. Ask Mike.
Yeah, they are. It's opening day at Saratoga, by the way. Futures
Okay.
coming in heavily. Plenty of stocks at the high. No get.
Yeah.
Here's the board. Here's the board. MU.
Ooh, that's ugly.
Now listen, MU has been poor. If you look at the semis, the other ones have been, I mean, if you go to the other ones,
It's
MU breaks
going
the
to 100.
50-day, there's an
Yeah.
issue. This one's been the weakest.
Yeah. It's a flag, bear flag right there. Pretty easy. Yeah. All right, my trading warrior brother.
We'll leave it
Have a
there, right,
good rest of
guys?
the day. See you in the
Listen,
room.
here's the, oh, I'll go, I didn't do it. Here's my thing. I didn't want to show. So here's the main page. Thank you for everybody tuning in. I'll try to do better. I'll try to do better next time. So be aware. What I would do, what I'm looking at now on my board is if TNA holds, if the NASDAQ bounces, does the Russell and TNA pull back? Or does it take everything up in a tie? If the NASDAQ does not bounce, I'm not sure yet. It's 11:35 after a number's coming up tomorrow. There was a number today. You got to be careful of these things. Marvell, AMD. I don't know, coach. There's a lot of support on a lot of areas. As I've shown in a lot, MU has some of these techs have support. GM has support. 3M has support. GLD has support. Uh, XBI has support. So a lot of different sectors have support upon rotation. So I don't know if it's all over yet, but you're looking still, Steve, my board here still is EMPH is up 5. Mara's still up. You know what I mean? Delta even
Well, I
had
mean,
bad.
if they're rotating out these mega caps, they sure have a lot of money to deploy.
That's correct. And we said that we said that there's more there's at McDonald's from worst to first. 244 to 2. So there's tons of cash on the sidelines, coach. That's why sentiment composite is mixed. There's a ton of cash in money market funds. Fun.
Yeah. You know what? They're going to wish they bought the long end when
Well, now what do you
5%
know?
when
Now,
5% rates disappear from their money market accounts. That's gone. That's history. All
yeah,
right,
it is.
buddy.
Okay, coach.
All right. Have a great day.
You
Everyone
too.
else,
Thanks
check
everybody for
Mike's
tuning in.
workout. I post less frequently than Mike, a lot less frequently. Mike's, not only curates his these Twitter accounts, he curates it right there in the room when he's doing things, not just for your reading entertainment.
No,
He's trading his ideas.
we're gonna have one day when I'm live all day. The camera's gonna be on me. I'm not even gonna talk. I'm even gonna talk. Be on mute. You could be on. Watch me.
Okay. All right.
Percent gainers on the day. Leave it at
Well,
this.
we'll have Alexis put up some subtitles
Yeah,
when you do that.
sure.
All right, buddy.
I'll give you the subtitle. How Mike averages down correctly. That's the subtitle.
It's a good one. All
All
right.
right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Questions all day. I'll be here. As you know, don't let your trades turn positions. Listen, the market's doing a lot. Be a pro. Don't walk into a dealership and pay 10% over sticker price. Be a pro. You wouldn't do that, would you? Don't do the same with your stocks or trades. Cheers.
Cheers, Mike.
Okay. Thanks, Alexis and team afterwards.
See you.